Hey everyone, this is Josh
and Mike.
Oh, I was trying to throw you off there, Josh. We are real dead, and we got a big story right here. That's just listen. If you're
all week long,
if you're a Friday the 13th fan, this is just like a drama that won't stop.
And like we want Friday the 13th stuff. We want the J-Man.
That's number 13 of Friday the 13th.
We want, hey Mike, we want the J-Man. I mean, to me, I know you love Michael Myers, but to me, Jason has the funner kills, Mike. He just does, to me.
Well, I have to admit, the sleeping bag kill is one of my favorite of all time. They do have the machete between the crotch, walking upside down. That needs to be a video. We do our top favorite kills of Friday the 13th series.
Hey, the harpoon gun right to the eye.
Harpoon, yes. That was my first ever drive-in theater movie. I've said that a million times.
Yep.
Well, Josh, let's just kind of talk a little bit. Let you start this off, and then I'll scroll down here. We got something from Screen Rant where they actually have some quotes from the ex-directors and all that kind of stuff. But tell what's been going on this week.
So this week has just been so much drama with Friday the 13th and this show, Camp Crystal Lake. And me and Mike were excited about the show. We haven't really heard a lot about it. There's a lot of legal issues with Friday the 13th because I don't remember the guys.
Miller and Cunningham just battling it out.
Miller and Cunningham. Like one guy owns some of it and the other guy owns the rest of it, and they can't agree on doing anything, and it's been total crap for the fans.
What's it been, 13, 15 years since the last one? I can't remember.
2009. So yeah. I mean, 2009.
15 years.
15 years. That's bull crap. And I actually like the 2009 remake. I enjoy that movie. I think it's really good. But yeah, I just think like, man, this stinks. And then we got this news this week, and it seemed like I was like, Mike, we should do a video on it. But then every time I told them that, like, they were coming out with new news. So I'm like, okay, let's just wait.
Is this real news or is this not real news? I mean, should we be looking at it right now?
Right. The first thing that came out was like, they said, we don't know if the show's even going to happen now. Like, it might just be canceled totally.
Well, yeah, I'm going to say this, not mention any channels, but there was some channels that came out, put videos out right away saying, oh, it's been canceled, it's been pulled. Yeah, I call bullshit on that.
Yeah.
If it was us saying that, they would have got on our asses about it and said, yeah, you guys are doing fake no-fo news, whatever. But they didn't have the whole story. So I came out and did a short and said, hold off. Fangoria said that they're just going to retool it or something. I can't remember what they were saying, what wordage they used, but it was like, hey, hold off now. It's not canceled.
Retooled, Mike. Retooled was the word.
They're going to retool it. And I was like, what? So I put that video out because everybody else was putting videos out saying that it had been pulled. The plug was gone.
The people were saying pull the plug, and Mike said, well, actually.
Oh, you're Fangoria. Mr. Fangoria himself said that's not true, buddy.
Right. So then that was a whole thing. And, to their credit, some of the people that did put those videos out, they did retitle their video or they did do whatever. But some people did that. And I commend them for doing that, Yep. But I understand. We are in a different YouTube community along with horror, and some of them people just put out any nonsense they want to news, and people just take it as the gospel. So we understand why people do that, just because they're trying to get the clicks, whatever. But so then we were kind of like in a standstill. And then just the other day, they said a new guy, what was that guy's name? Oh, shoot. He's coming in. He's in talks to come in, and he did some really good stuff that I like. I know he did, I think it was called Haunted Manor or something like that. I can't remember the full name of it. Haunted on Hill House. It was on Netflix. It was excellent. Me and my wife loved it. Oh my gosh. Was his name Sean Flanagan? Is the guy that they might bring in?
It may be, Josh. I have to look here and read and see. I don't know if this tells that.
I can't remember what his name is right now, but yeah, they talked to him, and so I was like, okay, that might be really cool because he might have a cool vision for this movie. I like some of the stuff that he does a lot. And A24, in my opinion, has a lot more home runs than strikeouts compared to like a Blumhouse, in my opinion.
I agree.
They put out less horror movies, but when they do, I feel like they're pretty solid. Not all of them. Not, I'm not trying to say they're all, number one picks, but yeah, I mean, so with A24 backing this, I was like, man, this is going to be good, But then this news came out where it's, we lose a showrunner who released a statement. These shows require a vision. So I feel like that means, Mike, that the show was headed in a direction that he didn't like. And I feel like they really want to focus on Pamela Voorhees for some reason. And
I think that's for legal reasons, because Miller and Cunningham, one of them has the rights to the pre-Jason.
Right.
And up to the point, the small child Jason that jumped out of the water is part of, I think his name's Cunningham. No, Miller. Is it Miller?
Well,
I get them backwards.
Well, one of them,
and then after that is the other one owns the rights to it.
Well, one of them owns the name Friday the 13th, and the other one doesn't own that. He owns Jason, the name Jason. That's why the later ones.
A real quick shout out to this hockey mask in number 5 because
I love it. I
think 5 is an underrated movie. It's a fun movie. And I know Burns, Roy Burns is not the Jason in real life, but you did not know that to the very end. And really, if you was a diehard, the hockey mask would have told you that.
I think number 5 is underrated movie.
I think it is too. It's still fun in my opinion.
Oh yeah, it's good. But yeah, I love the blue. And I love how they made the marks blue, so you knew maybe it was not a different Jason or whatever. But yeah.
So the summary here says Brian Fuller announced he's leaving the Friday 13th series, Crystal Lake, due to creative differences. I think that's between A24 and some other folks. I think they're looking for a director now, like you said. But it says from Fuller's message, it appears co-showrunner Jim Danger Gray is likewise exiting the prequel. A24 prequel production continues, but a search for a new showrunner is going on. They also have down here, I'm going to read you a quote from Fuller. He says, Crystal Lake, the Friday 13 prequel series suffers a set. No, that's not actually him saying that. Let me look here and see the quote that he said. And actually, Fuller is the one that helped on Hannibal, which was a big hit.
Mike, for me, though, I don't want to see a show focused on Pamela Voorhees. I just don't.
I can deal with that. I can watch something like that because I want to know what happened prior to that.
But
I also want the new movie, too.
Well, this ain't about a movie. I would rather have. I want this out of this. I would love. Is his name Mike Flanagan, the the director that they're trying to get in here, Mike?
I don't know. We'd have to look it up separately.
Okay,
Josh.
So if they can get Mike Flanagan, and A24 says to hell with this show, let's just make a movie, I'm on board. Because
I think they can do both. I mean, I think they can get both out of it.
Well, I think A24 could make a killer Friday the 13th movie, in my opinion. I would love it.
I think Radio Silence may even do a better job, though.
They could. I mean, they did an awesome job with Scream. So,
all right. So it says this is from Brian Fuller Graham. Is Graham here? Adapting classic horror is something I've some experience with. These shows require a vision that elevates and transforms, as well as delivers what audience have come to expect, which is an ambitious and risky endeavor. It requires people to take the leap with me. When it works, as with Hannibal, the results can be powerful for the storyteller and the audience. I couldn't be more proud of the work my co-showrunner Jim Danger Gray and I were able to accomplish with our brilliant writing staff, despite the challenges we faced. For reasons beyond our control, A24 has elected to go a different way with the material. We hope the final product will be something Friday the 13th fans all over the world will enjoy. So he graciously bowed out, wouldn't go into details of what happened. Right. It does say right here, the work on Crystal Lake continues. There is A24 is trying to find a director. They had wrote a lot on it. This was announced back in 2022 originally around Halloween.
Right.
It's just it's never got off the ground.
Right. We were excited for it, So
yep.
I just think, man, there's so many, and maybe A24 might just scrap it all, and might just say, hey, man, we're tired of these legal troubles. We're not going to mess with it. So
There's a lot of money though there for the TV series. Though I as much as I already put into it, I think they may go ahead and go through with it.
I think the reason why they want to go with Pamela Voorhees is because, first of all, she talks. And, like, you know, there's only so much you can do with Jason. I mean, he doesn't talk or anything, you know? I mean, do you think they could go in a direction where she's kind of
did up till he did up till he got, you know, he drowned, but then you got that time period from he drowned till you know, the first movie. Maybe they show him if he was really alive, what was going on crazy back then. I mean, maybe you got a child killer back then.
Do you think they would make it like where she's actually been a killer all this time and she's been killing people through the years or something? Is that what
they could do it that way, or have Jason has been a killer throughout the years as a kid?
Yeah, I just, like I said, I don't know, man. I don't know if that sounds interesting to me, to be honest, but I don't know. I mean, I want adult Jason in the campground killing teenagers and stuff. I mean, that's what I want to see.
I'm actually a fan of pre-zombie Jason, not zombie Jason. But I do like some of the kills in the zombie ones. I just think they got a little bit crazy there for a while.
In the remake, he wasn't a zombie. He was a human in that. So, yeah, I think you should make him human Jason. I don't necessarily think you need zombie Jason. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm looking forward to whatever they do, and I'm sure there's gonna be more news out on this soon. So I'm sure we're gonna have an update at some point, right, Mike?
That's right. Hey, tell us what you think. Do you want to see even a Friday the 13th? Would you rather see the movie and be number 13, or would you like to go back and see maybe a prequel with Miss Voorhees and Jason as a kid and all that kind of stuff leading up to it? Who knows? Tell us what you think. But hey, we are Real Dead. Join us down below. You see it scrolling right here on Real Dead YouTube. Sub to our channel. Yep. It's free. Also, hit us up on Real Dead Horror Channel on Facebook. Have a good one, Josh.
Yep, you too, man.